Christmas tree.
Good morning,
Let's
and
switch sides.
no, I think we're good.
Come forward.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, good
Happy
morning.
Thursday
Yes.
out there. Our closeout show. We're going to talk today about our local bargain hunt. Um, there was some like interesting things that happened this last week.
Yeah.
They are doing bins every Friday, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
But left some like
The last
questions
two
to be
times
asked.
have been weird.
Yeah, it's
Oh
just
no, it was this last one.
this
Never
last
mind.
one has been weird. But
Yeah.
we also have a lot of sales going out. 16 items going out.
Yay.
A lot of old items that we have not sold in a long time. So
Right.
these will be a lot of buy this, not that
Yes.
kind of situations because it's just all over the place. But before we get started, my name is Aaron.
I'm Amber.
And we are full-time resellers. We go live Monday through Thursday, this week at least. Maybe not next week to talk shop with you all, just because it is Christmas week. So we will be a little bit shorter on that front. But we'll start with the bargain hunt stuff.
Okay.
First thing first, this was probably the busiest that it was going to be when we first got in there, where we had a pretty large crowd ready to go in at 9 o'clock when it opened. We get in to find out that the manager who was supposed to set out the bins was not there and got locked out of their house, which things happen. We get it. Completely understandable. So effectively, a lot of people went home. We actually went, ran some errands, and then we came. You dropped me off, and so
I could start shipping because usually I ship after bargain hunt on Fridays.
So it took about an hour for the manager to get there at 10 o'clock, and she pretty quickly got to work and then got the bins out. That's where it got a little weird. So first of all, we've had like pretty poor luck at our bins as of late. But this time, we have good inventory in here. Right. So, first little alarm bell of they're not able to get them out earlier enough, and then now we have better.
The whole problem, like, she was the only one certified to use the
forklift,
which they said last week's bins were way up high, so they had to wait for her to get it down to bring it out. So, people were waiting for her to bring it out, so she really didn't have time
to go through.
Well, they brought it out right away.
Yeah. And so then when she's putting stuff out, she's also like at that time looking through the bins.
Yeah.
You know, like
she literally had her hands on a babeless straightener.
Yeah, it's actually over here, but it doesn't work.
I saw it too and reached at it, and they're not supposed to shop on the clock.
No.
Like, somebody had asked them previously, hey, are employees allowed to shop? And they said, not when we're clocked in. And so we kind of grabbed it at the same time, and it was like, are you going to let it, like, is the customer going to get it, or is the employee going to get it? And so she ended up giving it to me. It didn't work. But it's just been shady there. Like, previously, I had heard that they didn't have time to sticker everything with the $7, so everything in the bins are $7. That was like a blanket statement because they didn't have time to sticker them. So, because our understanding was nobody sees what's in it until they bring it out to the floor and take the lid off. Well, that is apparently a lie. So we don't know like how much.
I know you've heard that. It's also weird because to me, everything being stickered, I see how they could easily do that in the warehouse before they ship the containers.
You would think, I mean, that would be easier.
But I would expect that the corporation would not want employees digging through the bins before people come, because then you're going to just run off people that want to come in to look through the bins. If you only
get crappy things in the bins, people will stop coming, even though I think in ours, like, they don't care if it's crappy. They just want the things.
People are buying everything.
They're buying everything.
Which is kind of bizarre.
Oh, cool. Greetings from Santa Monica, California. Hello
awesome.
from South Carolina.
Thanks for stopping in.
Yes.
So yeah, it's just a very bizarre thing, and I kind of wonder, like, what would be the process to, like, bring this up? Do you reach out to corporate and be like, look, we think there's some potential shenanigans happening in our local
bargain hunt
store?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because this is a corporate-run company. They have a bunch of locations throughout the U.S. I'm sure that they've had instances like this before.
Has to happen regularly.
Correct. And then it's only going to be reported when somebody that is a customer reports it to their corporate office before they start to send, like, strongly worded letters.
And they've had it before with our store where the truck hadn't delivered it yet, so they didn't even put it out till like 4 o'clock, and they had said they were gonna wait.
Yeah.
And we come to find out they just set it out once they got it. But I mean, there's just been some weird stuff going on. Like there was some of the times the bins look super neat, like it was stacked from corporate, and
Yeah.
like I've seen that once. And now
Yeah.
ever since, it's like, did y'all go through it? Like
Yeah.
that time when it was perfectly set, there was really good stuff in there. But then these other times when things just look like
A tornado
yeah,
went
like
through them.
after people have gone through them, it looked,
Yeah.
and we didn't get good stuff.
And not to
so
mention
it's
like
just,
finding an empty box
yeah,
of like
of an like a computer.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
laptop.
a laptop or
Mhm.
something like that, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yep. And then there was I think this was the last time, so I don't know that this was their fault, but there was a box of some makeup or
Serum or something.
yeah, and it was gonna go for like $75 or something. It was gone, like there was nothing in there.
Yeah,
so,
which I think that was more likely somebody returned an empty box, but
it's weird, and you kind of gotta. It happens at all stores. Like we have a thrift store that we like going to. It's church run by volunteers, and they get to shop before the customers.
that I don't mind because it's like out in the open,
and they're giving time. Like
yeah, they're volunteering in that situation, so I don't mind it. But I do dislike the fact that they have contacts that they will give certain things. So like I have not seen a video game that was new of any value in like 8 months.
Yeah.
And so they have somebody that they are saying, hey, we got video games, and they just come and they buy them, which is like
they had like we saw someone, they held makeup or something for a customer that they know as friends. And so when we approached them about it, they're like, well, what are you looking for? And we'll write it down. We wrote it down. We've never been called. Like, have you literally never been given video games or game systems ever? Because like we've not gotten a call.
So yeah, it's just
and then Salvation Army, it's the same way.
Yeah,
like
we
they
know,
have people out the back door. Like
we know for sure the Salvation Army is letting stuff, because I have not ever seen a good golf club in there. But they'll have other stuff that's golf related that would indicate that they would have good golf clubs.
Yeah. There's no way you end up with nothing good in the store.
Yeah.
On a regular basis for like
they have some good stuff, but it's usually like clothes.
Yeah.
Or shoes, which they just get a large amount of it, and so there's not going to be a market for somebody in the back door to get like, those items.
You either know people or you got to just, scratch your way through this game, because it is who you know, and yeah, it's just been interesting.
16 items going out. We will start with ATA equipment. So we sold one yesterday. This was from the same lot that I found that I did not know we had. Which we're starting to find more and more inventory that we didn't know we had.
Isn't that a good thing? It's like we've stored away acorns for the winter.
These ATA like foam nunchucks. So these are those.
Do you want me to try them?
Sure. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna hit myself or the camera.
That would make a good short of you trying.
Yeah, no.
$23.95 plus shipping.
I'm just glad they're foam.
And then next up we have, this is a softball glove, Mizuno for softball, girl softball. And this one
boy
sold.
Softball?
No, this is specifically. I
thought softball is only for girls.
I think it says fast pitch on it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, Supreme Fast Pitch. So this
I didn't know there was a difference between girls softball and boys softball.
Well, boys softball is usually like adults. I thought
that's called baseball.
Well, no, there's adult softball.
Is there?
Yeah, where there's slow pitch softball.
I would not know these things because I'm not very athletic at all.
$69.95 plus shipping on the catcher's mitt. So always be on the lookout for catcher's mitts. Out of all the mitts, I find that catcher's mitts and first baseman gloves are typically the most desirable, just because I guess they're like different. They're drastically different than like the normal outfield or.
Less people play those positions too, so there will be less inventory of it.
All right. Love this one for you, honey.
Hey, guess what? I have boxes this size, so I'm not panicking about this one. Great
Land Holiday Express. And these are the types of things to avoid. So we talked about stuff. Those first two, buy ATA equipment, catcher's mitts, first base mitts.
Get them.
All those kind of things. And like obviously you can look them up. There's usually codes, and it's easy to identify for the gloves. These types of things.
Unless you love these things.
This thing we've had for well over a year. It sold for $39.95 plus shipping. And the problem is it's just so big. It takes up too much space. It is a slow seller. these holiday train sets, they look kind of cool,
Yeah.
but they generally aren't great. I think there are situations where they can be worth it
Right.
if they're like specialized. I know there's some older sets that
Mm-hmm.
can be worth a lot of money, but if you're seeing like the generic style, so like if I saw something similar to this, I wouldn't even look twice
Yeah.
at it today. But some of the older stuff maybe, but I'm not very comfortable in that realm, so it's not like something
Yeah.
I look for. So.
I think it's funny whenever you sell something and the shipping cost is more than the item.
Is that what this was?
Yeah, it's like $50 something to ship it, and it only sold for $39.95. So.
Yeah, so they spent $100 to get this train set.
And then there's a lot of risk that it gets damaged on the way.
We're moving some stuff. We're moving. All right. Stuff not to buy. This is an Echo kitchen utensil slotted spoon.
I went on like an Echo kick for a while.
Yes.
I bought everything Echo.
Yes, and
it's a no.
No,
it's a no.
We've had this for well over a year. $8 plus shipping. I got an offer. I countered. They countered. I said sure, because the sell-through rate was like 10%.
Not great.
So
this was a personal item that we no longer needed or wanted, so we sold it.
Yeah, it works. We've seen these.
Cute.
We've seen these out in the wild. Yeah. But generally speaking, again, these are types of things that you would want to avoid because A, it's oddly shaped. They take a long time to sell. They only sell about one time a year for these things.
And they're cute. But
cute.
Yeah, don't get them.
$19.95 plus shipping. Sold via promoted listing.
Okay.
Another item to not purchase.
These are old.
These little plastic cups. This is the Wizard of Oz. This is Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus.
Yeah.
And this plastic cup sold for $8.95 plus shipping.
This was like when we first started doing it, and I saw Barnum and Bailey, and I'm like, oh, I don't even think they run anymore. Like, we got to get this. It's a good one. Ringling Brothers.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't get it.
No, thank you.
Lessons learned. Lessons learned.
So this is one that we haven't had for a super long time. So you can buy these if the price is right. This is a Sunbeam Mix Master. Mm-hmm. It works. It's got a bowl and two of the mixers with it. And it is worn. Like these things are used, but people do love these particular units and items. So you can pick these up to resell. This one sold for $37.95 plus shipping.
You know why he's okay picking these up?
Because I'm not shipping it.
Exactly.
Yes.
I wouldn't pick it up. So if you're in the shipping department, you probably will pass on this.
But yeah, it's got worn. As long as you like make sure you identify like any issues or flaws with it so that they know exactly what they're getting. And I priced it competitively because of the wear on the handle. But I'm going to...
Okay, good.
Where do you want me to move it? And get it out of the way. Perfect. That's perfect.
That's probably the least liked item I have to ship today, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Even worse than the train?
Yes, because it's got breakables, and it has to be shipped like that.
Interesting.
Okay, my Dooney and Burke bag.
You can pick up Doonies. You like buying Doonies.
They're cute. I like it. Look at that. It even goes in my Christmas shirt. My tree shirt.
Nope. Disagree.
It's cute.
It's better with somebody else right now.
Oh, I agree. But I like it.
This one had some flaws. Of course, she does a good job of identifying any flaws that are on these bags. And this one sold for $66.45 plus shipping, sold via promoted listing. Was this the one in Florida?
Yes.
Where you did your terrible math? I can't remember.
Let's not talk about that. It was definitely, she had them priced, what was it, 30 a purse?
I think 30 a purse. And then you bought three. And you were like, would you do 40 for the 3? And I'm like, where'd this math come from?
And then I said some kind of percentage or something. Like, it was awkward. And I was like, wait a second.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, that's not right.
She's like, no, you said 3.
I said, no, that would be 60. So I think we paid 60 for all 3.
Yeah, I said, because I said, like buy 2 get 1 free type of deal.
Yeah.
She was like, that's wrong.
She said 30 each. I think you might have thought it was 20 each or something.
I was thinking 2 purses, I think. I wanted the 3, but then in my head I only added I don't know what it was, but
I don't know what you did.
It was wrong and embarrassing.
Another item to not pick up is, so again, we just don't know the categories. This is a Cabbage Patch Kid.
It's so weird.
And this one's a cat, and I think we paid $1 for it, and we've had it for a long time. It finally sold $11.95 plus shipping on a probably delisted and
We
relisted this
have
thing
had
4
this
times.
way too long.
And for whatever reason, I know there are some Cabbage Patch Kids that are
We
worth
just can't
getting.
find them.
We don't get them. We get the
We
ones
probably
that are not
pass
good.
on those.
Yeah.
We like the weird ones.
We like the ugly ones. There we go.
Yeah. We're like, oh, this has to be good.
PS3 Gran Turismo 5 XL Edition. This PS3 game sold $9.49 plus shipping. Next up, we have Thomas the Train.
This going to a repeat buyer.
Trackmaster. It's got, yeah, so it's a repeat buyer, and I'm looking to see, does it work? Yeah, it does work. So, and it comes with 2 extra carts, and this one sold $16.95 plus shipping.
All right.
We have a Squishmallow.
This one's not as good as yesterday's. This one only sold for
$9.95 plus shipping.
And see how big it
sold
is?
via promoted listing.
Yeah, don't get
And it's
them.
got flaws and marks and stuff like that, so I made sure to put that in the description,
They
in the
are so
title,
soft.
and yeah, $9.95 plus shipping on that one. I think these are one of those like hidden gems that people don't think about, but the like old DVD comedy
Yeah.
sketches from obscure people. You do not want like Jeff Foxworthy.
Pretty funny. Yeah.
You want the weird off the wall people that you've probably never
Signed.
heard. And this one being signed and everything sold for $24.95 plus shipping, sold via international
The title
shipping.
is I'm Not White Trash. I'm Financially Challenged.
There you go.
It sounds like one we should have watched first.
Maybe.
Like, that sounds kind of funny.
Steven Sosa, and I don't think this is because of the player specifically. This one's from 2014. This is not a bobblehead, so I made sure to put that in the title. But it actually makes a stand. I'm showing the picture here of
Here,
him
just-
like diving,
Yeah.
and you put it up, and that's how
That's
he just
pretty cool.
displays his like
Yeah.
stretched out trying to catch the ball. That one sold for $35 plus shipping, and we have one more of those left. So
They
it's a
asked
quantity
me
listing.
to write Merry Christmas on a card inside, and I sure will.
Yeah.
I love doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I knew when I saw that, I was like, I'm sure she already saw that, so I don't
I
even
was
need to
thinking
mention
too,
it.
I'm like, should I make a craft card? Like, so I was like, nah, I better not.
No, because it could
don't
be
have
like
time for that.
it could be like a manly man, and they're gonna be like, I don't need this.
Yeah.
I just want the
know.
figure. This is a Oneida set of 4 toe drawers.
Don't
They're
know.
wine glasses,
Yes.
and these sold for $45 plus shipping. We have 3 boxes of these,
Okay.
and then we have another set of something else.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is the first one that sold. We paid $20 for all 4.
Yeah, I remember that. Bye.
Yeah. So we're gonna make on this one alone. We're already in the profit by like $15 to $20,
Good.
and then all the rest will be purely profit.
Those are
Granted, they didn't
okay.
sell very quickly.
I
but
know, and once we got them in the car, you're like, I think that you probably thought these are better than they will be. I remember that conversation. I was like,
Yeah.
too late.
I know.
It's
I know.
ours now.
I think you still thought it was better than that, though, didn't you?
Oh, I probably did, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's crystal.
Yeah.
Fancy
Crystal lead.
crystal.
And then this is another item to not purchase is like red resin figures. What was that?
Ooh. Don't get it. Don't get it. It's
this-
not wood. It's resin. It's like not plastic. It's just stronger than that. But I thought it was pretty. I
Yeah.
don't know. It was just
We've
one
had it
of
for
my
a long time. We
early
had it listed for
buys.
15. Someone offered
Yeah.
10. I was tempted to counter, and then I was like, nope, I can't
No.
let this person get off.
Every time you go in the bin, it's staring at you.
So $10 plus shipping to get rid of the owl at this point. They're doing us a favor.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Let's see.
No, not
All
going to happen.
So today I'm shipping, and then I have some errands to run. I did get some listings done. There was a new brand that I didn't know about that I'm gonna keep my eyes out for. What was it called? Here, go back to our actives.
Was it one of the last ones
Yeah,
you listed?
it's a silk shirt. Johnny is a brand to look out for.
And
I
that's-
listed my shirt for $199.99.
Yeah.
And it's new with tags. And I can't find any like it. It's a wrap shirt like this.
Yeah.
And it's like hobo kind of looking stuff. I found out Sharon Osbourne wore a like dust ruffle silk thing, and then that took off for like $400.
So
Johnny was, yes, get it.
the one thing with this one was went to a garage sale. This was this last weekend, and they
Local.
were wanting like $5 for this, $10 for coats, and you just start grabbing stuff, and
It
I'm
was
like,
all boutique items, and they had like most were new with tags, and I saw the prices on like that shirt alone originally was $290.
yeah.
And she had a bunch of stuff that was super cute and just like, I don't know. I wanted to get it because I wanted to research brands. And it wasn't that much money.
Well, so when she's pulling, like, she's done this before where it's like $1 and she's grabbing all these things, but I'm like, this is $5.
Yeah.
Like, not.
Are you sure?
Not $1.
Are you sure?
And then like he said something like you pulled a coat and you were like, she wanted 10 for the coats. Then I'm like, and then I literally said at that point, I was like, you can't put them back.
I was like, nah, we're good. We're okay.
No, you said, would you do 8 on the coats?
Yeah.
And then he said, yes.
Yeah.
And so you don't
like,
remember
just
that?
hush. Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember he was like sweating over there, and I was like, I'm
yeah,
okay.
We ended up spending
I'm
like
okay.
$60. Granted, that was like almost the only thing we bought the whole weekend.
Yeah.
But I mean, it works out.
Yeah, it did work out fine.
So it makes me think we
as
might.
long as it sells. I mean, if it doesn't sell, then like we're just stuck with it.
Well, you already got 2 views.
Sure,
you just listed it yesterday, so.
Johnny was. Keep an eye out.
So I guess for this, like plans.
Yeah.
So we got plans for the day and then the weekend.
Oh yeah, because today's Thursday.
So I've been like just manufacturing listings all week.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, which is nice.
Making room.
And we haven't been spending money.
Yeah.
So like we're seeing like our profitability for this month might end up being the most profitable month of the year.
Yeah. Probably simply because
we're not really buying anything.
There's nothing to buy.
So the purchases are down, sales are up, but not even that great. Like 16 items is great. This is a good day.
Yeah.
But we also just had 7 yesterday.
Right.
So, you know,
but it's nice to see older inventory going because that's like space that's wasted because we can fill it with better inventory that's smaller now that we pick better.
Yeah.
So while we may not have as many to list, like the quality of our listings have gone up in a year.
I agree. So it's an interesting time out here on the reselling side of this thing. But I will say, like, Friday we'll be going to bargain hunt again. Yeah, hopefully.
Don't dig through the bins first.
You know, I don't know at what point do we actually say something. Like
we've said it before. Like there's been other customers after that first good one with it. Yeah,
but if it doesn't go anywhere,
I know.
If it doesn't leave the store, did it actually happen? Yeah, that's the thing. Is I think ultimately
you can complain to the manager that's doing it, but she's the problem. So
yeah, like that's gonna stop there. Maybe they might slow down, but I don't know. It seems like they've picked up.
Yeah.
As of late.
Because even an employee was there on her day off, which is good.
I don't mind it if you're shopping on your day off. That's different.
Yeah. And she didn't come back in time to shop. So
I think the other aspect of that would make me a little irked is if like she made a little corner nook, knew like I need to
stash area.
Look for this, and I stashed all my acorns in this corner. I wouldn't be surprised. But so we'll have that on Friday. Yeah. I don't expect that we're going to have any garage selling this weekend.
This weekend's going to be super busy anyways because we have Christmas program.
I'm still looking. Hoping that we'll find one off the wall random garage sale that may be somewhat close. Yeah. That would make sense. I don't want to drive 50 minutes to go find one garage sale to go to. So if I don't find something local or some little like cluster of like 3 in a somewhat closer area, like we're probably not going garage selling this weekend, but we'll see.
Yep. So we'll be back Monday. Maybe a quick video or earlier because we have an appointment we have to get to.
Yeah, and then Tuesday, and then definitely not Wednesday.
I don't even know if we're doing Tuesday. That's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, but Christmas Eve morning is like not the same. Christmas Eve.
Maybe
evening.
We'll see. We'll let you know on Monday.
We're shipping.
Maybe we have anything to ship. People might not be buying. You never know.
All
right.
People will be buying.
Have a wonderful weekend. And I did see a quote, but I forgot what it was, and it's on.
Oh, thanks for saying.
My phone. Maybe I'll add it to the comments later.
Thanks for dropping that on us, honey. So awesome.
I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Spend a lot of time with your family and friends because that's what matters the most.
I'm not turning it off. I'm going to let this awkwardness continue.
Aaron, I'm going to have to get closer in my big Christmas shirt. Bye.
Wish you a Merry